We're here, and we're here for total nonstop action, Impact Wrestling. It's kind of weird how it just flows together if you think about it. But December 8th, 2016, it is 1 week away, 7 days away from total nonstop deletion. Man, TNA, just so today's show was actually pretty good. I mean, we had a lot of wrestling during the show, especially the main event, which the main event was kind of the worst part in my opinion. Actually, like I actually prefer like the moment when I prefer Mahabali Shira and Al Snow versus that Tribunal in a strap match over Eddie Edwards and EC3. Like that's the
For the world
moment.
title.
I don't know if TNA is doing something right or if they're doing something wrong, because it's like
Their mid card talent.
their mid card talent is like really freaking good right now. I mean,
Their
I'm
mid
really
card's
into
on
it.
fire right
Their
now.
Yeah.
mid card, their X division.
Yeah, they're really gonna need to get that main. It's weird because like you would rather be in the main. You'd rather be in the mid
It's
card
because
than in the main event.
It's because what happened is it started with the tag division. They really started pushing the hell out of the tag division.
And even the women,
Hardys,
like the women are on fire too.
You got the K. Then you had like the X division start getting that little bit of a push, like where these guys are really. Then the women got that, and now they need the world title needs that push again because the world titles it's kind of stagnant. Lashley had it forever, it seems like,
Yeah.
and now they have it
so-
on Eddie Edwards. I told you, Eddie's a great wrestler, but him as world champion just doesn't excite me. It's just like,
Yeah.
okay,
I just feel like,
cool.
well, I feel like EC3 was a good fight for him, but because EC3 is a credible fight, but at the same time, there should be something more for that story. I just don't think that story is as
They should have
entertaining as
waited
everything
and
else.
built it. Like that was stupid.
Yeah.
That like it
Well, I
was
mean,
EC3 won that match to where he kept his number one contendership.
Yeah, over
then
Eli
it was
Drake,
just
who was
like,
on fire.
Okay, cool. You're gonna wrestle next week.
Allow
Yeah.
me to give my own kind of opinion.
Shoot.
I Eddie Edwards is an amazing wrestler, but he's
Yeah.
ultimately not. Because when you look at a world champion, you look at a face of a company.
Yeah.
Of course, when you look at WWE, you look at AJ. You don't look at Kevin Owens because Kevin Owens spouts the same thing every week. It's helped by Jericho. But if you look,
Exactly.
at TNA, when you had EC3 as champion, it was amazing. When you had
Yes.
Bobby Lashley as a dominant champion, that was watchable.
Yes.
But when you see Eddie Edwards, who doesn't have a defining moment other than he's
Beating
an
Lashley,
underdog.
that's really it. His defining moment
Yeah, that's
was
like his-
defeating Lashley, and that's
But
kind
the thing
of
about it is that makes him almost like he's like the next Saban. Chris Saban's big thing.
yeah.
Other than running the tag division, it's literally Saban because it's a guy who was predominantly a tag team guy.
Shelley's gone,
fin-
Saban's there, Dave Richards is gone,
Finally
Eddie's
comes out of
there.
everywhere. Okay, yeah, we're gonna give you an X division title run. Okay, you know what? Now we're gonna give you a world title match, and look, you won! Congratulations,
And
you're a world
that-
champion. But
We don't
you
know what we're
no one
doing.
cares.
Everything else is more important. But let's get into one by one real quick. We started off actually with a pretty confusing moment, honestly, because we had Aaron Rex take on Moose, yes, for the Grand Impact Championship rematch. Not Eli Drake. I don't know why I want to say that. Aaron Rex dominated. He completely dominated. He won 2 rounds, and they declared him winner on the bottom board. But they went to the third round, and Moose buried him. Like just hit the game changer, ended it right there. And I don't like that. I think Aaron Rex should have got the first round. All right. Moose should have got the second, and then Moose should have knocked him out the third round easily. But I think when you have that, where like he got like completely destroyed just by a clothesline, basically, if you ask me. Spinning clothesline, discus clothesline,
Lariat.
whatever you want to call it. Yeah, lariat. Many iterations, but it's still the same thing because at the end of the day, Aaron Rex, was our first Grand Impact Championship, or Grand Impact Champion. But I think Moose is going to be the better one in terms of he's more, I think, credible. I think Aaron Rex did good for the popularity of it. Moose will do good for the credibility as a champion for it. So I think there's that aspect of it. So, I don't care who's champion. I like both of them, but I think the way this match played out, I wasn't a big fan of it. Especially, when you look at the main event, the opening and main event weren't, crazy. And then after this match, we had a weird segment where Jesse Goddard was talking to the Fixer Tyrus. They didn't appear the rest of the show, by the way, so it completely didn't matter, actually. They just wanted to put over the fact that I guess one of them was writing for Fox or doing something with Fox. I don't know. I can't remember. It wasn't that important anyways. But after that, we had Mark Andrews, who is quote-unquote emo now, take on Aiden O'Shea. And, of course, Uncle Billy's gone, so Aiden O'Shea, you gotta wrestle, dude. You can't just be doing backstage segments and be like, oh, come look at the boss. Like, no, you actually gotta wrestle now. And, man, I think people forgot, like, Aiden O'Shea, he's a pretty hell of a wrestler, actually. I mean, I remember, like, old reviews when Franklin talked highly of him. But I didn't think he was
I
this
remember him
good
as
with
Jay
Mark
Bradley.
Andrews.
I was always a fan of Jay Bradley, his in-ring style. It was, it's just something like, because you don't look at him as being a big brute of a guy.
Yeah.
But he just was so powerful.
Yeah. I think his chemistry with Mark Andrews was really good,
And
especially
I even
for Mark
compared
Andrews
like
to
his
win it.
attire tonight. He literally went from okay, I'm in Mafia 3 to okay, I'm in GTA 5. Okay, yeah, that's my attire for tonight.
Did you like Manders going over? I mean, it's good for the story, but at the same time, I mean, if you want to do something that Aiden O'Shea, it might be, I don't know. Maybe Aiden O'Shea's just a good guy to take that blunt loss from a really small
Aiden
guy.
O'Shea's just a guy to take an L that it doesn't hurt his momentum, but but it isn't like it's still one of those things like because he's a giant dude and he definitely outweighs and outsizes his Mandrews.
Oh, by a lot. And I think that was
By a long shot.
that was a good thing though, because I think Mandrews needed that credible big guy to beat, so he can go on later to maybe get the X Division title off of DJZ. But yeah, there was that. Then we had a quick little segment where Matt Hardy saw a premonition of total nonstop deletion. So let's just run by that real quick. And so basically we saw an exploding volcano, the dilapidated boat, DCC with a lot of people, by the way. Some
there was
guy
at
we
least
never
6
saw.
to 7 members.
Yeah, some crazy guy we never saw.
Probably
A train, Janice. What else? There was one more thing on top of my mind that was kind of big. Oh, Lashley returns, yeah. So that'll be good.
Lashley
And Eddie Edwards.
And Trevor Lee actually doing things.
Well, I mean, if I was gonna say if the boys from North Carolina weren't in the North Carolina match, North Carolina show, I'd kind of be bummed out, honestly. But yeah, it looks like they already taped this. I don't know. It's kind of weird because it looks like they taped it, but then there's still the rumors of like certain people being there. I don't know. We'll just have to see next week. But I think it'll be a really good week next week. It'll be a really good Christmas. I mean, even though we won't have a Matt Hardy Christmas, so to say, probably. We'll have Deletemas. So, also after that we had Let's see. No, that was the co-main event. Yes, we had the strap match, which was Mahabali Shera and Al Snow taking on the team of the Tribunal. By God, this actually, I'm gonna say this right now, that was match of the night, in my opinion. I don't think I was more into any other match than that one. Like that one, it had a great story, it had a great ending, and I think that's pretty much to it. I think seeing Mahabali Shera in this new, his gimmick isn't too upgraded. He's still having fun, but I think he's more serious. I think Grand Impact Championship here we come.
I think it was smart because at the end of the day, he's the guy that could actually pull off a serious gimmick out of the two of Shira and Grado.
Yeah.
And I think that like maybe Al Snow as his coach was all that he needed to be able to be that way.
Yeah, and I don't think Al Snow will be doing too much more in-ring action. As we saw tonight, he was a little bit, in the ring. He looked like he was a little beat up. I mean, he had tape on his legs. I don't know if he was just selling it or if he's, just the fact that he's getting older and he's not in his prime. But, I mean, if you ever see him on Facebook, he is jacked as all get out. I mean, so...
Oh, he's gigantic.
Yeah.
Be ready for anything.
Yeah, so be ready for anything. So I don't know if we'll see more Al Snow. Tribunal looking like they're taking a step back. I don't know if
I
they're in
wonder if
total
they
non-stop
show
deletion or
up
not.
next week.
Yeah, I didn't see any of them, so I'll be curious if they do. I'd imagine they would. I'd imagine all of TNA is probably going to show up next week. But what if Uncle
Yeah, I
Billy
think the
shows up,
whole
by the way?
roster's gonna end up being there.
What if Uncle Billy shows up? I mean,
If
it probably
Uncle
won't
Billy
happen, but
shows
I mean,
up,
that'd be funny, just to...
yeah, I would mark that.
Yeah,
Uncle
they
Billy.
kill off Uncle Billy with that train scene we saw. But, yeah, there's
He
that.
goes,
After the big main event, in my opinion, which was Shira and Snow, we saw Matt Hardy come out. He basically told us total non-stop deletions next week. King Maxwell will be making his in-ring debut, so that's really something to look forward to. Shane Helms came out. He was like, "Are you going to be with your superheroes?" Like, making fun of Rosie. He was like, "Oh, are you going to be a part of the obsolete 3 count? 3 count, duh." And he was like, "No, I'm gonna be with the Skywalker, and I'm gonna be with the Technical Savage." And of course, that didn't happen at all with them coming out. But Decade came out and said they were going to be part of the total non-stop deletion and whatnot. So that'll be...
And then DCC had a video.
Yeah, they had a short little video after that. I think it would have been cooler if they show up like somewheres like in the crowd. But you take what you got at the moment. We also got a cool little bit where Matt Hardy just completely hit the twist of fate on Shane Helms. Gregory Shane Helms, by the way. Not just Shane Helms, Gregory Shane Helms. But that's pretty cool. Also, during the segment, Rosemary was like, "Hey, I'm the champion. I'm a demon. I'm the knockout champion." So that's that. I'm pretty sure we're going to see her in a knockouts match because they said it was going to happen. So I'm pretty sure C's going to be the one fighting. Maybe Jade. I don't know. I'm not sure who she'd fight. I'm probably guessing Jade.
It has
but-
to be Jade because I mean, let's think,
Yeah.
who else could it be?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick bet though. In our co-main event, we saw Allie beat Laurel Van Ness because she was like, and I called this, by the way. She was like, "I'm a wrestler now," and then Maria's like, "No, you're not." And she's like, "Yes, I am." And then Maria's like, "Who would train you?" And she's like, "Braxton Sutter." Wow, called that right down the middle, right? So she went out, she did some wrestling moves, of course, and beat Laurel Van Ness. Braxton Sutter got beat up by Mike Bennett. Then he beat up Mike Bennett. Then they both celebrated. They went to the parking lot. They kissed. Yeah, and then main event happened, and it was a tie. One tapped out, one got submitted, and that was it. That was the end of the show right there. So bad ending.
wait, one tapped out, one got submitted? What?
Yeah, one tapped out and one got pinned. Sorry. So bit of a bad ending there. Decent start. Bit not the biggest fan of how you can win 2 rounds and then we'll go to the 3rd round, because I don't think they should reveal who wins the rounds. In my opinion, like that kind of just makes it seem like let's just save it
I
till the
mean,
end.
personally, like, I'm like souring on this whole concept.
Mhm.
It was cool at the beginning, and now I'm souring on it.
I think because like the rules really bite it in the butt in the
I mean,
end.
because the last two matches didn't matter. Like the first one was over in the first
Oh
round,
yeah, like
where they
by a
even
couple
got the
seconds.
judge at once.
Yeah. So, I don't know. If I had to guess for people not going to be a part of this big total non-stop deletion, I'm actually going to say Mike Bennett, Maria, Laurel Van Ness, Allie, and Braxton Sutter. I don't think they'll be a part of it. They might be a part of it.
I believe
But if I had to-
Braxton.
You don't think Braxton in particular will be on there? Like that one guy Braxton won't be there. I'm not sure if Mark Andrews. I don't know if we'll have a. I'd love to see like a Cameron, North Carolina style X Division match set up. I don't think it'll happen. I'd be really excited if it did. But yeah, just jumping off trees and all that craziness, jumping off the giraffe neck, hitting the Hurricanrana.
Yeah, I want a segment at the petting zoo. Like, I want George Washington to be
It's
there.
2 whole hours, by the way, inside of
Or
the Hardy
Smoking Joe
compound.
Frazier, the kangaroo.
So I'm really looking excited for this. It's 2 whole hours. How could they go wrong with this? Like, that's honestly the question. Like, I think
Fireworks. Fireworks.
we saw fireworks. I think it's gonna go good. I think it'll be a good show next week.
Hey, the biggest thing probably that we haven't mentioned yet, the Lake of Reincarnation.
Yeah, I think that'll play a big part in this. I'm not really sure too much how though. I don't know.
Do you think we see a do you think we see a 3 count Shane Helms or a Hurricane?
I think we see a hurricane. I don't think we'll see a 3 count.
We'll see a
Mostly
hurricane.
because do you think we'll get 3 count together for this? Like, do you think they'll
Well, I mean,
actually
you got
call it 3 count?
Shannon Moore.
They're all in
Shannon,
North Carolina.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
Shannon Moore is good friends with Matt Hardy
Yeah.
still.
Okay.
Evan
But
Courageous.
Evan
is good friends.
Courageous is the one who is the wild card on that one.
Evan
Yeah.
Courageous is actually still in good shape apparently. I'm friends with him on
I'm
Facebook.
kind of.
I-
Well, you better call him
I
up
would've-
and be like, "Hey, where are you gonna be next? Or where were you?"
Yeah, I'm gonna go find him
You
on
know.
Twitter and tweet at him and say, "Hey, where were you?"
Yeah, where were
I'm
you
gonna
during
make
this?
a-
But so
I'm gonna
yeah,
make a bet.
yeah, 3 count, 3 count's a good bet. I don't know who else, but all right, here comes the fun part, guys. What would you give Impact tonight, Cole Cabana, from what you saw?
I would give it a 7.
Miguelito, you there? Nope. Okay, Mullins,
I have.
Miguel, throw out a number for
I'm-
TNA tonight.
I didn't watch TNA. I'm sorry.
It's okay, Mullins, throw out a number.
Let's go 7.5.
7.5. I'm actually gonna trump you guys on this one. I'm gonna say 8. Just from the standpoint of the only thing I really take away is the main event. I mean, other than that, I really like how everything was put
Yeah,
together.
the main event was
like
too long.
everything.
Like if they could have cut 10 minutes out of that main event and
Mhm.
added a couple more Matt Hardy segments through the night, or just maybe a
Yeah.
whole nother match.
Yeah, I really want to see a Matt Hardy Christmas story, in my opinion. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, but
I want to make a quick bet before we end this.
all right, make a quick bet real quick.
We are going to see the Young Bucks appear once
All right.
during.
I will say we will not see the Young Bucks appear. I will say we will see Generation Me appear, or the Bucks of Youth. But is that what you meant to say? The Bucks of Youth?
No, that's what we're going to see. We're going to see him toss him into the Lake of Reincarnation. They're going to come out as Generation Me.
Oh my gosh, who knows? But yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Total Nonstop Deletion.